Alright, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to do a quick view where you have two planets. You can even have just one planet, doesn't really matter. You just need to copy the layer, but we'll get into that a bit later. But it is pretty simple to do. The first thing you need to do is Google a texture, okay, so we can get this. I'll show you how to do that. We might just delete that and go open up a texture. So you need to go to Google and just Google rock texture, and you'll get something like this. You'll probably even see this one. So the first thing you need to do is get a sphere, so hold shift and the elliptical marquee tool, and then you have this area here, and then what you need to do is go to distort, spherize, and then make sure it's 100%, hit OK, and then go to filter and do it again, just so we get that effect, which is what we want. We need to get rid of the outside area, so we hit, you don't actually have to do it, but we'll just do it anyway, inverse, and then hit delete. Okay, it didn't let me do it because the background is locked, so double click OK, and then hit delete. So we have that. That's all you need to worry about for that. Now, Command N, just for a new document size, doesn't really matter, we can just leave it default Photoshop size. And then here we go. Fill it in black and create a new layer. Again, you need to create another ellipse, perfect circle, and then fill that in with a bit of a blue, that colour, and then fill that in. Make a new layer and fill that one in with black. So we've got a background, blue layer and a black layer. Double click on the black layer and call that one shadow. Double click on the other one and call that earth. And then you need to hide the shadow layer because we're going to worry about the earth first. I'm just going to hit Command D to deselect. Now double click on the earth layer to bring up the layer styles. What you need to do is add an inner shadow. Make sure the inner shadow is a blue colour, a light blue colour, just to give it some depth. An outer glow, which gives it the atmosphere look. Change that colour to a blue colour again. Try to make it a different colour just so it has a bit of depth difference. Bring the spread and up and the size. It's really up to you, whatever you want. You could have it a lot, but I don't want to be too dramatic. That's fine. And then an inner glow. And the inner glow, you'll see straight away what the inner glow does. It really finishes off the picture. See how it gives it that 3D effect. So the inner glow at the moment is set to yellow, but we're going to make it a base blue colour, but a really light blue colour. And we don't need to really make it too big. That's fine. We might see what happens if we bring the size up a bit. There we go. Alright, so we've got that round sphere, which is really good. Okay. Not sure. Oh, that's why I brought that all the way up there for some reason. We want it like that. Okay, and that's pretty much all we need to do for the earth. One thing I like to do when we actually need to do it is you need to get rid of this as an effect and make it stamp the layer. So a good quick way to do that is hit new layer while you have that one selected. Select the earth layer holding shift, right click, merge layers. Now turn the shadow back on. Straight away we have that cool ellipse or eclipse sort of look. Oops. Click the shadow layer, and what you need to do is bring it down where you might think you want a shadow. So imagine the sun's back here somewhere, or the light source, and then that's where the shadow is going to be. Next thing you need to do is go to filter, blur, guys on blur, and have it until you think that's probably too hard. We want it a bit softer than that, maybe a bit more. Too much. There we go. Righto. Next thing you need to do is hit Command T to transform this shadow layer, just so it's bigger and covering more of the earth. So down here and back up, just like so. Righto, now if you were going to do stars in the background here, what I've just done there, I'll just hide this background layer. You'll see you won't see what's behind you because of the shadow layer. So what you need to do is click on layer 1, which renamed to Earth again after we flattened it, and select the outside. Now it's selected this outside area. Click back on the shadow layer and hit delete. So now I'll hit Command D to deselect. You'll see we get this effect, and that's going to be alright because it's going to be hidden by the galaxy, or it might make a cool effect anyway. Alright, and that's pretty much what we need to do. Next thing we need to do is bring in this texture that we have ready to come in. So, over here, drag this in and put it into this one. Command T to resize. Quick way to do that to find the boxes is hit this little box here to keep it consistent. Make it 10%. There we go. Then we can resize it how we want. So you basically want it around the same size. It doesn't matter at all if it's bigger. Try to get it as much as possible. Keep the, yeah, there we go. Hit enter. Now we obviously need to bring it under the shadow layer. Okay, straight away that looks pretty good. Again, I'm going to select this earth layer again and click on this one just to make sure there's no extra bits hanging out the side, which there wasn't. I deleted anything. And now what I need you to do is to just give this a simple overlay, and we have a bit of a blue planet there. Now that's done. So to create a new one, if we were to create a new Earth to put maybe behind it, you'll see here that this big spot here, whatever that was supposed to be, this big texture part here is different from here. So obviously I haven't just copied it. Now to do that, which is probably the better way to do it, is select all 3 layers and then hit duplicate layers and just hit OK. And you'll see here we've now got 2 lots of these Earth. If you grab the middle one, hit Command T and right click in this area and just go rotate 90 degrees clockwise. You'll see the texture has just changed. Hit OK. Now what you can do is hold shift and grab these 3 layers and merge them, and we can call that Earth 1. Then grab these 3, merge them, and call that Earth 2. And now when we move this one, let's put that one back there, Command T, it's pretty good, enter, and then grab this one, Command T, not sure, I hit Shift T there, so it's just going to take its time. But basically what I'm going to do here is resize this Earth to make it look like it's, there we go, I hit text to type. Now, so if we delete that text layer, accidentally hit T to type. So I've got this Earth layer here, Command T, and resize it, holding Shift. I've obviously got an extra part in there, which is why it's come up like that, but yours should be okay. Hit enter. Alright, so now we've got these 2 Earths here. We've got Earth 1, you'll see at the moment for some reason, because when I deleted the shadow layer, some part of it was off here, that's why it's kept it in there. So that's easy to fix if you wanted to make sure it was fixed. You would just select that area there, like so, and delete it. And on this layer you could do the same thing if you wanted to, but for the sake of this that's fine, we don't really need to worry about that. And that's it.